Hey, what is going on there YouTube? This is the Gaming Guy, and today's video is going to be going over what is left this spring summer season for Supreme 2018. I was going to upload one of these about 2 or 3 weeks ago, however I saw that the boy Boone uploaded one at that point in time, so I left it be, left it a couple of weeks, and now I'm uploading it. So we're just going to run through each item or each specific item, but yeah, other than that, let's get into this video. Thank you for the support on the live cop on Thursday. It's got like 100 likes now, which is insanity. So yeah, I really appreciate that. So yeah, let's get into this. Okay, so like I was saying, we're going to be going through all of the items that are left to drop and then discussing some other pieces that are rumoured to come out and are probably going to come out and will be dropping that we haven't got any like images of or pictures of yet. So obviously we'll go with from the most hype to least hype. I'll leave the link to this down below as it's on SupremeCommunity, and let's go through in obviously the running order. So we're starting off with jacket. The first item I will probably be picking up, which is the split anorak. I don't know which colour yet, I haven't really decided on, but it's just a really nice and clean piece, and definitely one that will be for like the latter part of the year. Next up we have the polka dots rayon work jacket. Not really my sort of piece. It reminds me sort of the Comme des Garçons pieces, but just I think if the dots were smaller and there were less of them, it would probably like have more of an impact. But some people like it, some people do not. Next we have an eagle leather vest. It is a nice piece, but it's not really my sort of like piece overall. I like the Supreme that's at the bottom of the back, but apart from that, nothing else really does, like, it doesn't do anything for me. Next we've got the contrast stitch work jacket. Obviously the stitches are showing, that's why it's a contrast. Other than that, it's just a work jacket. I like the embroidery, I presume it is, over the left chest pocket. But apart from that, it's again not my sort of piece. The last jacket that is left is the Vibrations Corduroy Trucker jacket. It's got a printed pattern all the way across it. It's not my sort of piece again. I like the jackets as they are, but some of the designs just don't really do it for me. This one just doesn't really mix well with me. Next we're going to be moving on to the shirts. First we've got the Jacquard logo silk polo. Obviously it's a silk polo. I think that it says Supreme going like diagonally across on it, but I can't really make it out from the images. Next we've got the Lily Rayon shirt. I believe they're doing an accessory or a shirt, some other item of this, but we'll get into it later. I like the actual item. In the red and yellow and this green and black colorway, green, black and white, I like it, but I don't think I'd be purchasing it. Next we've got the Martin Luther King zip up flannel. I like the imagery of him, however I don't like the shirt it's on, like the sleeves. I think if they'd gone with the design that's on the actual piece and just followed that around, it would have been a lot nicer. Next we have a wide stripe shirt, as it says. It looks almost like a refereeing kit in football, or to some people soccer. Doesn't really do a lot for me. Next we've got a Drugs Rayon shirt. It's a piece of artwork, I believe, that's on the shirt. It's not really my sort of thing again, but it's dropping. Next we have an SS band collar shirt. I don't really get this one, but you know, it's another shirt that's dropping. I do like I am partial to the white colorway, but overall it's just not a crazy piece. Following the jacket we've got the Vibrations in a rayon shirt. Again, just not my sort of piece. Moving on to the tops and sweaters now. We've got a striped knit polo. Obviously it's got striped. It's got the S that is featured on my floral SS12 hoodie, which is embroidered, and it's a polo shirt. We've got a mesh baseball top that's dropping. I think if this wasn't mesh from a personal standpoint, it'd be a really great and strong piece, but because it's a mesh version, it doesn't really do too much for me. We then have the dash stripe crew neck that's going to be dropping. I like the piece in the white colorway. I think in the white colorway it's very low key, but you can't really read Supreme, obviously, that's woven or embroidered into it. But overall I do like this crew neck. We then have a brittle print polo. I'm just gonna skip this because it's like one of those patterns that you used to show people in like school and things to try and mess with their eyes, and it just doesn't mix well with me. We've then got a mesh stripe top. It's got Supreme going across in stripe, in like stripe fashion. It's going horizontal and then it's flipped the other way. I think if the Supreme stood out a bit more, it'd be a lot of like a stronger piece, but it's still a nice top. It's still definitely a nice top. We've then got the Hardware SS top. I'm guessing it's the same piece as the Drugs one. It doesn't really do anything for me. I do like it, but it doesn't really do a lot for me. We've then got the waffle ringer. Again, very basic tee or basic shirt. It just has rings around it and they just have them in different colours. A piece that I do like is the soccer jersey, they've called it. It's Supreme Playboy collab. I really like the blue and white colourway, as well as the black and grey sort of colourway that they've got as well. We've then got a chest stripe terry top. This piece I am quite partial to. It is a nice piece in the peach colourway, as always. That is like my favourite colourway. I do like it in that colour. Following this, we've got the AK football top. As it says, it's just got an AK-47 on it. Following that, we've got a croc velour zip polo. Like all of the velour pieces that they've done this season, it's like in a crocodile design or crocodile pattern, and it's got a zip at the top of it. I don't really know where they were going with this piece, and it doesn't really do too much for me. Following this, we've got a cable knit terry polo. I can't really make out the pattern design on it. It's got Supreme embroidered on the left side of the chest, but apart from that, it doesn't do much for me personally. Next up, we've got the Bolt basketball jersey. I really like this piece. Mainly just because it's a nice basketball piece. Definitely just the white colourway is one of the better options. The black with the pink also stands out quite well, but I definitely like the white more. One of the pieces that I'll definitely be going for is this bevel long sleeve top. Bevel is like a thing that you can do in Photoshop as well. They also used it in like 80s and 70s, 80s, 90s sort of designs on the text, and I really like the white colourway with the pink text because that's the more standout one to me personally. Lastly, we have a knit polo. There's not much I can say about that. Moving on to these sweatshirts, we've got the landscape hooded sweatshirt, like the hat or the camp cap that dropped with the sort of multicolour. That's following it. I do actually really like this hoodie. It's a really nice hoodie. When it drops, I may or may not be going for it, but we'll have to see at that time. Next is the Bless hooded sweatshirt. I gave my opinion on this last week when we thought it was meant to drop, or during the week that's just gone. I like that it's got embroidered Supreme across the top of the hood. Apart from that, I don't know what it says on there. A lot of people that I do know have been waiting for this piece, but I don't know a lot about it, so I can't give a full comment about it. Next up, we've got the over-dyed crew neck sweatshirt. A lot of people like these over-dyed pieces that have coming out or have been coming out. It's got embroidered Supreme across from it. It's a simple, clean piece. I would probably recommend either the lilac, baby blue, or possibly the orangey peach colourway. Gotta love that peach colour. Because they're definitely some of the stronger pieces or stronger colours in my opinion. For pants, we've got matching the trucker jacket and the polo is the Vibrations corduroy pant. Obviously, they'll probably release that during 1 week as like a sole, like all together sort of thing, so that you have the full collection coming out. For shorts, we've got the cable knit terry short to match the polo, I believe, or long sleeve that is dropping. Does not do a lot for me. We've then got people equals shit work short. It just says people equals shit on it, and their work shorts. Slap anything onto shorts, I suppose. To match the landscape hoodie, we've got the landscape sweatshort that will be dropping. I think if you had the camp cap as well, or maybe the larger hat, trying to think of the name, the crusher, that's sort of multicolour, it would look really good with the short sweatshirt and the hoodie. For swimming trunks, we've got to match that top that I said earlier. We have the nylon water short. I really do like these pieces. I believe the colourways that don't have the design so strongly on them will probably sell out the fastest. However, saying that, I definitely do like the black and green colour. To match the basketball jersey, we have the Bolt basketball shorts. Again, a nice matching piece. I'm sure these will sell out quite quickly. We then have the croc velour short to match the half zip polo, or these zip up polo. And lastly, we have the alphabet water shorts, because why not go to a beach and have fuck you on a pair of shorts or swimming trunks. I'll go through the hats very quickly because there are a lot of hats that are still dropping. We've got the Cordura camp cap, the mesh side panel camp cap, the contrast ripstop camp cap, the floral 5 panel. I like the floral 5 panel. I also like the Cordura one. Let's just keep going. We've got the diagonal logo side panel camp cap. I'm sure this was meant to come out a little while ago, but it didn't. We've then got the multicolour denim crusher. Really nice piece to match the landscape. We've then got the Friends 6 panel. I like the design on it, but I don't know whether it will do well when they're selling it. We've then got the ARC logo, shock cord camp cap. Keep going, there's a lot more. The pinwheel nylon 5 panel. Then we've got the Cordura brush mesh crusher. Then we've got the Terry visor 6 panel. The raised logo patch camp cap. And lastly we have the washed chambray or Cambry S logo 6 panel. So we've got a lot dropping in the hat side. I think there are like 13 or so that are still left to drop. So there are a lot. In my opinion, the last one with the S logo will definitely sell out quite quickly. The crusher will definitely sell out quite quickly as well because it's a nice piece. The floral might do as well, and so will the Cordura Camp Cap. Some of the others might do as well, but I think they're the strong contenders. Moving on to shoes, we've only got one pair of shoes that's left to drop, which are going to be a redrop of a pair of Nike Zoom Strike Spectrums, I believe. They're basically just redoing the design and doing a Supreme collab again with it. I like the shoe, however, after seeing how the previous sort of design when Nike released it looks, it doesn't seem so strong now after looking back on the Supreme. Moving on to the accessories, we have the Advanced Elements Pack Light Kayak, which is going to be a complete cop for me, depending on its price. We've got the Ganesh keychain. I do like this piece. However, I can't see myself using it. We then have the Supreme hand axe. This is a definite cop if it's allowed to be shipped in the UK, because there are some issues with shipping in England. We have the Supreme C-Line C pouch in small and large. It's a watertight pouch. It's nice overall. Depending on its price will be whether it will sell out quickly or whether it will take a little bit of time. We've got the Alphabet beach towel. I wish they were releasing other beach towels, but you know, they drop what they drop. We've got the O'Brien Life Vest. Again, I would love to cop this piece just to throw into my accessories collection. We then have the Supreme Tovolo PAL BT speaker. I think this is going to be about £250. So this isn't a cop for me, just because that's a lot for like a speaker where I've already got one, you know, that I've had for like 3 or 4 years. So next we've got the Supreme Pocket Samurai. It's the Stat Gear one. I don't think this is going to be allowed to be shipped in the UK just because it is a knife and blade, and that's why I'd be worried about the hand axe as well. Lastly, we have the Supreme Backtrack Go keychain. It's a keychain with a breathalyzer in it, which I'm definitely going to cop because that's just a cool item. For the bags, we've got the Skull Pile Denim Tote, which they should probably drop during week 1 or week 2, but they didn't. They've just been holding on to it. For the last couple of bits, we have a couple of unseen tees that they might be possibly dropping, which I will throw up on screen. As well as this, there's meant to be a North Face Part 2, where the main theme is going to be like a snakeskin sort of theme for it. Or a snakeskin print theme to it, as well as a storm break tent. We've only got like 5 weeks left, so they need to drop that if they're going to be dropping that. Lastly, we've also got some other summer tees that will be dropping. I'll throw them up on screen. As always, DropsByJay also has this info. And lastly will be the Supreme collab with, I do not want to get this name wrong, so I'm going to take my time. It'll be Norihiro Sekitani, giving it my best, Norihiro Sekitani. Their collab with this Japanese artist. So that's going to cover everything that is going to be dropping or is left to drop, or is, you know, just left to drop overall. Also, before the video ends, we got my Palace piece, so I'm just going to unpackage that or unbox that because I'm not going to make that into its own video, you know. And if you've watched the video this long, then you get to see this, because if I'd made it into a separate video, I just don't think it would have been worth it. So let's unpackage this. So firstly, I've got a returns form letter and my order thing, or my order piece. Got a Palace sticker, pretty basic, no other special sticker, no. And there it is. Or there it is, my basically a long sleeve in the peach colourway. So yeah, I'll probably be wearing this in a video at some point next week, because I need to start wearing things, to be honest. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like, be much appreciated. Other than that, all appropriate links will be down below, and yeah, I'll see you on either tomorrow or Sunday for another video. Peace.